We just watched a horrible Thursday night football game, but we're here to discuss how to dominate your week 10 through trade, through maybe some creative trade packages that include a lot of guys I'm going to throw on screen, but specifically on this show, this topic tonight will be trading for Pollard on the low, trading for Davante Adams on the low, trading for Devonta Smith, maybe on the low to a degree, but he has been playing well. Goddard out. This guy's going to go to the moon. He might even head to Saturn before the end of the week. So get ready, file on in. Appreciate you being here. Graveyard crew in the house. We're going to talk about that awful Thursday night game, brutal Thursday night game. As some of my followers and subscribers told me, it was like watching paint dry. It was awful. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Whenever news breaks, live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, plus whenever news breaks. And also live graveyard style like tonight, like most nights, really. I mean, we go live more than I think anybody you could possibly find because we're daily, number one. More importantly, when we go live during the 8 p.m. show, we're live for 2-3 hours sometimes. So file on in, hit that like button. You found your new home. Subscribe if you're new. And let's get to some of these questions you guys have, as well as maybe we'll get a draft in. CMC and Njoku or Etienne Andrews. I'm going to go. This is actually closer than I was thinking initially when I first read it, and then I started to think about it. It's like, look, Andrews and Etienne's pretty damn good, but I think I'm going to go CMC, especially if you could potentially find a way to I'm not saying Njoku's bad. He's a good option, I suppose, but maybe there's another opportunity for you to get into a Kincaid or another player, Taysom Hill, et cetera, and really close that gap and make that Christian McCaffrey side just more valuable. So I'm going to go ahead and say negative Ghost Rider on trading away Christian McCaffrey, or in the case of getting him in that situation, I would go get him. Now we're gonna plug in here, and we're gonna potentially get into an Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty draft. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $500. I'm sorry, up to $100. That promotion ended up to $100. If anybody missed the $500, hopefully they bring that back soon. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100 just by using code Smitty or by using this link I'm going to drop in the live chat right now, and I will pin said link right now. Underdog Fantasy, the link that's going to be pinned, the link that's in the description of every video, and code Smitty, all of those things do the same thing. They get you up to $100 bonus match on your first deposit. So let me pull up the live stream here. I'm going to pin that link right now. Link has been pinned. Hit the link. Do it live. Let me go ahead and do that. Hold on. Can I pin it or can I not? Let's see here. Pin message. There we go. So that link has been pinned. And now let me share my screen and let's jump into an Underdog Fantasy draft while we await questions and do all that fun stuff. It looks like there's also, this is awesome, Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Won't let me do it. Let me see if I can, gosh dang it. I'm going to try restarting my phone, but it might be a total computer restart to where we might not be able to draft until I restart it. Let me restart my phone and see. This one's from DVO. Actually, I could do it on. We could zoom in. I could put it right on my desk here. Stroud, Dak, Walker, Stevenson. Stroud, Dak, Walker, Stevenson, Gibbs, Achane, Amon-Ra, JJ, Cooper, Amari Cooper, Thielen, Olave, Adams. You got a lot of wide receivers. I think, if there's an opportunity. What are you doing with both those tight ends? You got to make a trade, Devo. I mean, any moves, of course. Get rid of one of those tight ends, my guy, before it's too late. Dak's been popping off. Stroud's been popping off. Trade Dak and Kincaid or Dak and Laporta to a QB and tight end needy team and go get a Cooper Kupp, go get a JT, go get a similar player to Amon-Ra. And if you can't find QB and tight end needy team, find one, and then try and trade, that QB or that tight end to upgrade Amari Cooper into Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper into Puka Nacua, Amari Cooper into, really even Lamb or somebody of that nature. Those would all be pretty damn good moves to make with that particular situation. And Young with another super chat says, league mate traded CMC and Njoku for Etienne and Andrews. Is that an L? Oh, this one I already got to. CMC, yeah. CMC side. Okay. Tennessee Mike, what's up? You got about 20, 30 seconds. What can I do for you?
Hey, Smitty. I just traded for JJ and Brock Purdy. I traded Stroud, Tank Dell, and Addison.
Hold on.
How'd I do?
Hold on. Let's see if you screwed this up, bro. Let's see if you. Whoa. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get into the. Let me see if we can draft on my. We could probably draft by way of this. We'll see if I can do that. Okay. Well, say the trade again.
Yeah, for sure. So I traded away Stroud, Tank Dell, and Addison for Purdy and JJ.
Who's your quarterback now? Purdy?
Yeah.
This could go either way. I'd probably say give me the Purdy JJ side. Let's bank on Purdy because you're getting JJ. It seems like an awfully solid move. But, Stroud, depending on what Stroud does, if he continues to, ball out, then this could look really bad, I guess, at the end of the day, if JJ sits another, 2 weeks or something. As of this moment, I'd say JJ's iffy to play in his next contest. I don't think he sits out the entire, the entirety of the games leading into the bye week. There's just one extra game to make sense for that, but you never know. We don't really know how healthy he is. And the last word we got was, okay, the last three reports, one, a couple days ago, he was elevated or the practice window opened up. They have 21 days to activate him. And then the report came out right after that they're not going to be ultra aggressive. This would be an aggressive move to start him this week. And then the report, so that made us feel like, okay, aggressive this week, sure. But then the report came out that JJ was, it was more of he wants to make sure he's 100% when he comes back. Now, is he just saying that about this week, or is he saying that about potentially next week too? So tough to say, bro. We don't really know.
Right. Hey, one quick thing. Should I go ahead and trade Brock Purdy and Walker for Burrow and Devonta Smith?
Brock Purdy and Walker. Hold on. Purdy and Walker for what?
Burrow and Devonta Smith.
For Burrow and Smith. Yes, I would do that in a millisecond, bro.
Okay. That was my plan. That was my setup to try and, just acquire JJ. Because I got Achane coming back next week. Hopefully I got JJ coming back next week. I might take an L this week, but I'm not sure. Is what it is.
So at the end of the day, you'd be trading Stroud, Dell, Addison, and
for
JJ
and Purdy, and then I was going to trade away Purdy, try and upgrade that to a Burrow.
Yeah,
using Walker or something.
Okay, so but you got to add Walker in here. So at the end of the day, you're trading Walker, Stroud, Addison, Dell for TP. You're in the way here. Let's move TP for JJ Burrow. Yeah, I like that. This is a win. Go get it done live. Go get it done live. Later, bro.
Thanks, bro.
All right, appreciate you. Okay, TP says Rashad White, Garrett Wilson for JJ. Probably, if you need a move, if you're absolutely dominating with that, I guess you stand down. But trade away AJB, Kyron McBride for Kelsey Ayuk. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that Kyron and AJB are very, very valuable. I'm going to say no, but, that could be argued for sure. I don't think that's a crazy, crazy situation. $5 hauler, 10-team, 7-2. Flex have Hurts, Bijan, Swift, AJ, Puka, Hawkinson, Moore, Kyron, Taysom. Do I sell Swift +1 or Bijan +1 for Achane? The answer is yes to both. And the answer is I'd try and keep Bijan probably over Swift. And the answer is don't add in an A.J. Brown. Don't add in a Hurts. I wouldn't add in Kyron. So, like, would I trade? Like, what's and something? You know what I mean? Like, Hawkinson, sure. DJ Moore, sure. Puka and Bijan for Achane. That's getting closer to where it's getting more questionable. Not extremely questionable. I'll probably still do it, maybe. I'll try and get something else back, but I'm definitely not throwing in those bigger guns. Olave and Laporta for David Montgomery and Devonta Smith. Give me David Montgomery and Devonta Smith. But arguable for sure. Definitely arguable. Okay, let's see if we can zoom in on this bad boy, and then we'll do it live. Okay, so let's go ahead and create. Let's see if we can get into this bad boy really zoomed in, so we can draft. Because my phone won't restart, and I have more issues on desktop trying to stream. I don't know if this is going to be blurry though. Let's just try it. Yeah, that's too blurry. That's not going to work. That won't even work. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be drafting tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I should have checked it before I started the live stream. It usually does this once in a while, and then I don't have the ability to. All right, let's go ahead and hit some questions, and then we'll maybe draft tomorrow. We'll draft tomorrow during the day, maybe, and in the evening. How's that? Fitzy, appreciate your super chat. Have Ferguson. Yeah, I probably do that. This one here from Madison, $10 hauler. $10 haulers get moonshots.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, Madison, for dropping the 10 wad. $10 hauler. Smitty, would you consider replacing Kenneth Walker in your flex with Tank Dell this week? Not if Walker's playing and he looks like he's good to go. I mean, there's a lot of petrified, petering going on right now. And I don't, frankly, think it's respectable to petrified Peter around. Meander about petrified petering, because honestly, I think Walker, just like before when everybody's like, oh, he's not going to play, and he played fine. Like, he's fine. He'll be fine. I'm putting Walker in. I like Tank Dell. Let me put it this way. Tank Dell should probably be in your lineup too. Madison, this is not me telling you to bench Tank Dell. That's not what this conversation is about. But Tank Dell needs to be talked about in your flex spot. Walker is borderline running back 1, running back 2 for you. I'm just not ready to discard him because he's had a couple of struggling weeks. You ride and die with your studs, and he is a stud. He is a top 5 to 10 running back. I played Foreman tonight. Attaboy, rock out. I'm glad that worked out for you, pal. I'm glad it worked out. Laundry Matt Jack is on the phone. Laundry, what can we do for you, bro?
Hey, man. The Kenneth Walker owner just dropped Charbonnet. That's an obvious pickup, right? And what do you think about Charbonnet's role going forward?
I mean, he's getting more and more work. There's certainly enough concern that we're having conversations about Kenneth Walker. I get it. I'm not an idiot. But I do believe people are overreacting, at least for right now. Maybe that changes. I mean, this is the things I said that are happening are the things that are happening I said would potentially happen. If he doesn't get the touchdowns, we'll have Panic Peters in here talking about, oh my God, he sucks right now. Also, what am I going to do with him? Because the volume wasn't there all year. He was getting touchdowns. This is why I had that breaking news live stream. I said, look, I don't often tell you to trade Walker because I freaking love him and I still believe in him, and I still do right now. But Eckler was available for Walker almost 90% of the time anybody tried when he was 2 weeks out from coming back. And I put a video on it. I said, look, this is the one moment where you do trade Walker if you got him for Eckler if you can. Past that, hold him. But this is a touchdown problem. If he gets touchdowns, he's going to be great. If he doesn't, there's probably going to be some bad games here and there. That's going to be the nature. But similar to Dell's a ride and die guy. If you start trying to start Dell in week 1, here's week 8, here's week 17. This is Tank Dell. You start trying to play this game where I'm going to sit him. His production is going to go like this. Especially being a rookie. And Madison, you're in the way. Get out of the way. This is going to be something to where you sit him right here. You're going to be pissed off at him. And then you're gonna start him right here. He's not gonna do anything. Then you're gonna start him right here. He's gonna piss you off. You're gonna start him right here. He's gonna piss you off. You're gonna bench him right here, and then you're gonna start him right here, bench him right here, and you're gonna be chasing the points, and it's gonna piss you off. He's a ride and die. He's inconsistent. He's a rookie, and I feel like Walker's just in this. He's not a rookie by any means, but he's in a similar boat where the production is going to be spotty. But okay, so back to your question, Charbonnet. Do I pick up Charbonnet? Of course I do. I only preach it every damn second. But what do I think is going to happen? I hope he doesn't get the job. I hope he doesn't. But if he does, he's winning leagues, and we will be celebrating not Walker's injury or abduction by aliens or whatever the hell happens to him. We will be celebrating that we have been talking this move up as an isolated move, too, for people that don't own Walker. And I'm sensing you don't. So, because you said the Walker owner. So you're picking him up, and you will be the benefactor. But is he going to be starting material for you before Walker gets abducted by aliens or God forbid, has an injury? Probably not. I don't know that he's going to have that kind of work. It could develop into that. He could be in a 50-50 divide. But right now, the divide is the full volume going to 1 RB sometimes isn't enough if the touchdowns aren't there. So I don't know that you're going to absolutely just, be able to plug Charbonnet in without hesitation week in and week out. He's a sleeping giant. That's all he is. You're not asking him to go in and be your flex. You're not asking him, maybe buy Mageddon this week. You do. But you're not asking him to do anything crazy. He's sleeping. He's sleeping soundly in his bed.
He's going to sleep soundly on my bench until he's
on your bench.
Off.
Okay.
But hey, I have one more question. Would you trade Bijan and Calvin Ridley for Tyreek? And if you could trade Tony Pollard, would you rather trade him over Bijan, or are you more comfortable with Tony Pollard right now?
So the answer to that is yes. I would go get Tyreek Hill. The answer is I'd rather get rid of Bijan than Tony Pollard right now. That could change. I hope it changes. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that if I gave you that advice, no offense, but I hope I'm wrong and Bijan goes crazy after you trade him. But right now, it's like Tony Pollard is still getting volume. Tony Pollard's schedule looks amazing. He's on the graphic of this video. He's a player that everybody should be trading for right now. Buy. Devonta Smith, buy. Tony Pollard, buy. Davante Adams, buy. I think Bijan's a buy low, but he comes with a lot of risk. There's a reason I'm not out here just, banging a drum to it like I am these guys, because we are beholden to the man, the mustache. We're beholden to the man that had the awful mustache. We're beholden to the man that literally wants to destroy Bijan Robinson. I can't even imagine if Adrian Peterson's rookie year, his coach came out. I mean, if anybody even remembers Adrian Peterson's rookie year, I do. Some of you may not have been around playing fantasy then, but he had a great rookie year. Like, what if, or Barkley's rookie year? I can't imagine if the coaches had said, let's not use him this year. What would have happened to Adrian Peterson's rookie year? What would have happened to LaDainian Tomlinson's rookie year? What would have happened to Barkley had he been held back? Like, it's so mind-boggling. It's so frustrating. But trade Bijan, keep Pollard. Bijan Ridley for Hill. Do it live. I like it. Got to go, Laundromat. See you later, pal. Appreciate you.
Thanks,
okay. Michael Payne, appreciate you dropping the super chat on screen. B Hall, McLaurin, Kirk. Moves to make. Bijan Achan. Bijan Achan, baby. Bijan, McLaurin, Achan something. Fields maybe coming back is going to excite somebody that needs a quarterback. Kyler Murray, you've got 3 quarterbacks, bro, in a 1 QB league. Start selling one of those quarterbacks. Do it live. If you can't get Fields, if you can't get Puka using Kyler Murray or Fields this week, even throwing Kirk in, I don't know what to tell you. Your league doesn't trade Payne, and there's nothing to do, but that is the freaking move. That is the only move. That is the move to make. That is the move that's going to help you climb mountains, bro. Got offered Devonta Smith and Monty for Bijan and Garrett Wilson. I would take Devonta Smith and Monty over that, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope that it becomes a really close call later. I hope both sides win. I really do, but that's the way I feel at this moment in time, objectively. $5 hauler, 12-man PPR, have Josh Allen, CMC, Pierce, Charbonnet, Ayuk, Olave, Cooper, Dell, Kincaid, and JJ coming back. How can I try and better my running back too? I would say don't touch CMC, don't touch Allen, don't touch Olave because you can't even get what you want. Don't touch Kincaid. JJ for Achane would be a very solid move. I think it's very doable. I think JJ for a JT and something, JJ for ETN. I don't think those are bad moves. Do I still think JJ can be an elite top 5 wide receiver with Joshua Dobbs if he does come back and everything's good? Yeah, but I mean, you're asking me how to improve your running back too. Amari Cooper and Pierce, Amari Cooper, and I don't know if you're going to be able to get anything with Amari. I mean, you could go after Javonte Williams with Amari if you want to go small, do a small trade. Stevenson for Amari Cooper. Like, you could go kind of crazy like that, but I mean, I'd rather use JJ and go get a guy like Achane that even if JJ comes back and balls, well, guess what? Achane's going to be balling too. So that would be an even Steven move. If JJ comes back and balls out, then you break even. And it wasn't a bad move. And you swapped laterally. You made a lateral trade for an RB when you needed an RB. But if JJ doesn't come back right away, let's say he comes back and kind of lingers. I mean, think JT coming back and kind of flatlining for a little while. Just kind of came out, puttered for a little while, and then JT starting to pick up, right? That's what could happen potentially. It's a lot less likely with a wide receiver. Look at Kupp. Kupp came back, fired off right away. JT came out, puttered for a little bit. There's that possibility that JJ does that. Maybe, maybe not. Tough to say. Now got a trifecta of CD, Chase, Brown, Chase, and AJ Brown. CD, Chase, and traded Swift and DK for AJ Brown. I think that's a good move. I would Smitty approve that move. I think that's good. I don't know that it's like a got him moment because there's still good talent on the other side, but I certainly would rather have the AJB side. He's playing like a monster. Finish with a 20.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Finish, appreciate you, my guy, coming in strong with the 20 wad. My team is Hurts, Bijan, Kyron, Brian Robinson, Evans, Ridley, JJ Metcalf, Puka, Taysom. I got Ferguson. I'm 4-5. What move should I make? I like your team a lot. I would trade Brian Robinson while he's got some value. I'm trading Brian Robinson and Metcalf, Brian Robinson and Evans. I'm trying to get JT. I'm trying to get Achane. I'm trying to get Cooper Kupp. I'm trying to get... You got Puka already. That's solid. I'm trying to get maybe Devonta Smith using Brian Robinson and maybe something smaller somewhere. I think Bijan for Achane. Bijan and maybe even Metcalf for Achane and something. Bijan and Evans for Melee for Achane and something. Bijan for ETN, and maybe you give up a Metcalf and you get something along those lines if you want to get out of the Bijan game. And Anthony, appreciate you with the super chat. Let me hit Rock Out real quick, and Rock Out, I got to get back to these. Rock Out, what can I do for you?
Yeah, would you spray Walker and Ayuk for potential Eckler or ETN?
Walker, Ayuk for Eckler?
Possibly. We're not official.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. And would I do it for ETN? Yeah, I'd do it for either one. I'd rather have Eckler, but I think both of them are the better side. I like Ayuk a lot, but he doesn't have consistency feel to him. So definitely feel like as an add-in, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Man, McCormick take his spot.
Yeah, I'm not. Ayuk doesn't make me not do a upgrade trade, like a significant upgrade. Walker right now, although I like him, ETN's a significant upgrade. Eckler, significant upgrade. Ayuk doesn't push the trade over or anything like that. All right, appreciate you, Rock Out. Call in if you got another one.
Cool.
Anthony, appreciate you. 5 and 4, 12 team. Allen, Gibbs, Hall, St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Kincaid, K9, Flex, Bench, London, Love, upgrade wide receiver. I'd probably say, bro, this team's solid. If maybe can you trade K9 into ETN like he was saying? You throw in London, you throw in Keaton Mitchell, to somebody that's really excited about him, and you upgrade K9 into ETN, K9 into, JT, if you feel like JT will be better than K9 right now, using a London, using a Keaton Mitchell, Gibbs into JT, Garrett Wilson into Cooper Kupp using London or Keaton Mitchell. Look, Achan's coming back. You're going to be strong at RB. You could even say Gibbs and London for a Cooper Kupp, Gibbs and London for a Puka Nacua, Gibbs and London for a Lamb. You could definitely afford that with Achan coming back. That might be the most creative move to go cross position and get max value, my guy. Crod, appreciate you with the $20 or the $5 hauler. Gibbs, Nico Collins, Khalil Herbert, and thank you, by the way. Who was it that just dropped that? Finish to the moon. What was Finish? Finish is $20 hauler. Finish
To Saturn.
Finish goes to Saturn. That's where he lives. My boy Finish in the building. Thank you, Finish. Appreciate you. Khalil Herbert, Shaheed trade away, and I got CMC and Devonta Smith. Khalil Herbert, Shaheed trade away, and I got CMC and Devonta Smith. I don't even know what you're asking here, because I know Gibbs, Nico Collins, Khalil Herbert, Shaheed. Okay, so you're trading Gibbs, Nico, Khalil Herbert, Shaheed for CMC and Devonta Smith? No offense, bro.
That is cap.
I call BS on that one. I don't know how in the hell you're going to get CMC and Devonta Smith for Gibbs, Nico, Khalil Herbert, who's not even playing. He's ruled out. And Shaheed, or didn't play. He was ruled out. How did that come about? And Crod, I'm not calling you a liar, Crod. I'm just merely telling you that's your baby typo or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe you fat fingered it and you meant to put like Tyreek Hill instead of Shaheed. You know what I mean? That's why I'm calling cap. Something's not right here. I smell something here. And if this did go down, and you just pulverized one of your buddies or your grandma or somebody, this is getting vetoed. In a league where no vetoes exist, someone's going to veto this. This ain't happening. And if this is an idea that you came up with, it's cute. But Crod, appreciate your super chat. Appreciate you. You know you're my boy, Blue. Rummel says, I made another trade. Jalen Warren for Pickens straight up. How do you feel about Rachaad White? I'm on my team. That's why I ask. I like Rachaad White right now. It feels very, very solid flex-worthy material. To be honest with you, Rummel, I don't know that you got him on the Pickens trade. Right now, I don't know how to feel about Pickens. I feel like Jalen Warren's got that sleeping giant win-a-league potential, but it's not ready yet. He's warming up. He's simmering. He's on the burner. We don't know if it'll ever amount to anything, but he's certainly got that potential. And Pickens, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he doesn't just go away because he's complaining. I think that's not the way it works, where you just complain and they just ignore you and they don't throw you the ball. But it is weird what he's doing, and I wonder how much it'll affect him. Maybe it'll drive him. I don't know. So I guess at the end of the day, I still like Pickens a lot, but I don't know how I'm feeling about him this week until we see what's what. 8-man PPR, 3 and 6, and I have Burrow and Tua, Murray, Hall, Walker. Well, you need to make a trade. Moves. No one wants my QBs yet. Well, no offense, G-Dog, but you're in an 8-man league, so it's going to be harder. But 2, if you find a person that needs a tight end, you got to make an aggressive overpay, because you got to almost give the quarterback for free. I want you to try and think differently, G-Dog, and say to yourself, you're in an 8-man league, bro. Deontay Johnson's on waivers in your league. It's an 8-manner. So you can easily replace these guys. So if you make a deal that benefits you both, and then throw in after you've already weighed it out, measured it, and it looks even, then throw in the quarterback. I think you're probably trying to do this like lined up even trade using your quarterback. I would just throw it in for free. I would overload the trade so they're like, damn, I'm getting Kyler Murray for free. Like example, I'm trading, and you got a good team. I'm trading Barkley for Achane, okay, and you're going to give him Pittman, or you're going to give him Ingram, okay, so Ingram and Barkley for Achane, Ingram and Barkley for, hell, JT, and then you just give him Kyler Murray. I'll just give you Kyler, like that's the only way to do it, and then you go to the waiver wire, and you pick up freaking probably, I would say, in your waiver wire, in your league, in an 8-man, you're going to see DK Metcalf sitting there. Or something like that, G-Dog. But G-Dog, try a little more aggressively. Come to me before you send the world. I'm not asking you to send your studs. I'm asking you to upgrade. But you need to potentially give up a little bit. Traded JT for Deebo, Sutton, Puka, Devonta on a bye. Was going to have going to start Douglas, Quentin Johnson, and Dobbs. Have K9 Pollard starting with Gibbs flex. What are we talking about here? Traded JT for Deebo, Sutton. I don't know that I love that trade. I think it could work out either way. I do really, really like buying Deebo right now. Deebo's one of my favorite buy low wide receivers, but I still like JT a lot, and he's an RB, so I kind of feel like I'm on the fence on that trade. Puka, Devonta Smith on a bye was going to have to start. Doesn't really matter, though. You can't think about it for 1 week, though, that boy. You can't say, well, I was going to have to do this for 1 week, or I'm just going to have to. It's big picture, bro. Unless you're, I mean, and you might be in this situation, literally going to be out of the playoffs if you don't win this week. Not, oh, it's going to be harder or something. Like, literally, you would be knocked out of the playoffs this week. Like, impossible to climb back. Like, you'd have to win out, and like 8 other teams have to lose out, like, type of thing. But I don't think it's bad. Deebo could certainly beat out JT this week. So I just think fair market value, JT had more value. That's what it's about. It's not about me liking JT a whole bunch more. It's just fair market value, what you could have got. Sutton, I don't really love Sutton. I like your team. K9 Pollard, Gibbs, Deebo's fantastic. Devonta Smith, it's a really good team. Puka, I think you're definitely, if you make the playoffs, you will be a team that easily could knock one team off at a time, one win at a time. Are you the best team in your league? I don't know if I'd say confidently you are, but you're definitely somebody that could beat the best team if you matched up against them just right, and then knock off the next team, then knock off the next team and be the winner. Like, definitely has that vibe. Rate this trade Adams for JSN and Warren. I take Adams by a mile. I'd say that's a got him. A got him score for sure on that one. Picks with the super trade Bijan Robinson for JT. I'd probably rather have JT at this moment in time. It is what it is. It doesn't mean I won't be rooting to be completely wrong on this specific trade advice I'm giving you. I will be, in fact, rooting against it. I want Bijan to get to work. We just don't know. JT at least feels like he's scratching the surface and going in the right positive direction. So it is what it is. And I'm sure that we all have Bijan in enough leagues that you can do this and still have him in another league. You'll be plenty happy if Bijan bounces back. Trade option, get Mostert, Deebo for Ford and Laporta. I'd take Deebo and Mostert in a millisecond. Obviously I need to know the rest of your team to really fully feel how it helps you, but there's a lot of value on that side. $2 hauler from Snowflakes. Traded Gibbs and London for Bijan. I don't know that you got him, bro. I don't know that you got him. I know Snowflakes, you're thinking I'm going to say, yeah, Bijan's 100% coming back, but like Gibbs in London, I mean, I don't know that Gibbs has less value than Bijan. Like, Gibbs is probably more valuable than Bijan right now. Right now, on the open market. Right now. Not saying everybody should be feeling that way. I'm not saying I 100% feel that way, but I feel like fair market value-wise, Gibbs just went to the moon. Gibbs is currently on the moon. The only question is he sharing the moon with Monty? The answer is yes, but I don't know that you got him in that moment. Especially given that you gave up London as well. You know, like, I don't know. Snowflakes, vote on Snowflakes' trade. Does anybody feel like they'd rather have Gibbs in London or Bijan? I'm not saying I'm not rooting for you. I'm not saying it's not going to work out. I'm just saying that's not a got him trade. Absolutely not. But thank you for the super chat and I appreciate you. You know you're my boy, Blue Snowflakes. Don't get down on that one. Do we think the weather in Seattle would have been a concern for Howell? Would be a concern for Howell. If so, should I pivot to Murray? We'll do more on weather later. It's too early to start predicting. Like, weather changes by within 24 hours. So we'll come back and circle back on. I haven't even looked at any of the weather yet. Some folks don't know yet, but Sway is getting better. The bird is doing better. Everybody knows the mascot. Sway, thank you, Superfish. Appreciate you. Come up for the phone lines in a second, guys. Got offered Henry for Deebo and Pacheco. I'd rather have Deebo and Pacheco by quite a bit. Quite a bit. And he who collects Najee and Ridley for Pollard, trade who wins. Give me Pollard. Give me Pollard. I love Ridley. I do. Najee is getting better, but still a big concern. Pollard is absolutely disappointing, but I truly believe Pollard is on his way up. I think his schedule lessens up. I think the volume's still there. He's got an ungodly amount of touches without a touchdown, which is just, he's a great player with a nose for the end zone. It's not him. It's just an ironic set of circumstances mixed with bad play calling that I believe is on track to do well offensively. I think the way that the Cowboys are headed now is in a positive direction, and I think that Pollard does bounce back. There's risk on both sides. There certainly is. Even with Ridley, there's risk on the Ridley side. There's risk on the Najee side. There's risk on the Pollard side. So you're taking the risk you feel is going to work out the best. It's not like there's an easy call on that. Love Brees, but traded him for Davante Adams and Deebo. Yeah, Davante Adams alone for Brees is arguable. Deebo is not necessarily, I mean, it's arguable for Brees, but you'd rather have Brees. But you get both of them, it's a got him. Absolute smash, Nate. Appreciate your super chat. 2 more super chats, and I believe I'm caught up here. What do you think I can grab for K1? Hoping he pops off. Goff and Burrow on my are my QBs. Looking to beef up running back. Your running back. I would say, like, you're probably looking at, I mean, honestly, running backs are hard to trade for. You're probably better off going after a wide receiver. But if you need a running back, you could trade him for Pacheco. You could trade Kyler for maybe I would say, I mean, someone might sell Aaron Jones, but you might have to give up something additionally. Swift, he's dropping in value. Javonte Williams, Rashad White, those are all Kyler Murray capable acquisitions. I don't think you got to get more complicated, which you can. You could throw in a player like Thielen, or maybe not after tonight, but a player like maybe Amari Cooper, and get a Cooper Kupp by throwing Kyler in to a QB needy team. DeBalt, appreciate you. Carolina defense best start tonight, says DeBalt, appreciate you. Foreman was really the only thing that was successful tonight, other than, let's see, what's this question here? Pick 2 Gibbs, running back, pick 2 Gibbs, Monty, Barkley, Hubbard, Kyron. I mean, so Kyron's on a bye, but are you talking about in general? If it was in general, I would say you're going forward, your top 2 players are probably, it's between Monty and Barkley to go with Kyron. Wide receivers, Lamb, and potentially, I would say Higgins if he was healthy, but he's not, and he's out. And so, like, how do you even trust him? Go forward. So it's probably going to be between Collins and Pickens, and both of those guys have questions right now. London is injured or has been banged up, but he's back. I don't know on that third wide receiver or that second wide receiver who it's going to be, but Lamb's clearly an absolute monster. Flex trade enticing package. So you're wanting me to come up with a trade here? I would say maybe you're trading away Barkley, and because you're good at RB, Monty, Gibbs, and Kyron's pretty damn good, and you only need 2. I would trade Barkley across position, go get Davante Adams, go get Cooper Kupp. One of the 2, and Barkley being a running back should absolutely land you that. I don't see how it wouldn't land you that. DM'd you on Insta, my underdog picks. I'll have to get to that later. TM, I'll look for it later. Appreciate you dropping that. I'll try and respond to you. Otherwise, you can put something in here and just tell me, and we'll discuss it. 5 and 4 PPR have Mahomes, Achane, Monty, Kyron, Javonte, Spears, Diggs, Dell, Trey Kelsey, Olave for Chase Hawkinson. I would rather have, man, because Chase is banged up right now, and it doesn't feel like it's a lingering thing, but it's certainly impacting him right now. And I wonder if there's more to it too, because it's crazy that we're hearing talk like he's going to do his best. He's got to go out there and try. And I mean, back issues can be a huge deal, but it's not like it's, it feels like it's not a strain that's he can't walk with or something. It's, so I don't know if there's something else. Sometimes when you fall on your back, you can injure your clavicle, your AC joint. You can do all kinds of things. Landing on your back is more than just a back pull. And so I'm wondering if there's something going on that we aren't hearing. But at the same time, it's hard to assume something like that. I would probably say give me Chase and Hawkinson over Kelsey and Olave, but just by a hair. It's pretty tough. Olave and Adams over Kelsey. No, I don't think so. They're all pretty close. I mean, Rick, I don't think it's going to be an easy call. One of these is going to look different a week from now too. Like, it's tough to say. And then this one, my Achane and T Higgins for Swift and Taysom Hill and Tay Adams. Wow. My Achane and T Higgins for Swift, Taysom, and Davante Adams. I probably, if you can weather through T Higgins coming back and getting back on the field, I'm taking the Achane side. But some of it depends on can you afford to wait? You know what I mean? So that's my take. My take could be subject to change based on need. And the final super chat from Carrick: trade my Eckler for Achane and Garrett Wilson. I'd probably take Achane and Garrett Wilson because I absolutely think Achane is top 5 running back moving forward. Go do it live. Thank you all for those super chats. Ron Navy, you're up. What's up?
What up, Smitty?
What's up?
I think this week to play Pickens. I think it's already in Pickett's mind. I think he goes off this week.
I hope.
Against Green Bay.
I have him in a lot of
also,
leagues where I can't sit him. So
if Pollard doesn't do it this week against the Giants, which he should tear the Giants up, and he should have a gangbuster game. If he doesn't do it this week, I'm going to have to start having doubts in Pollard. And not in his ability, but in the way that their offense is running and the way they're using him. The same way like with Bijan, we already know they got the talent, but it's the way they're being used, and it's not efficient for us fantasy owners. Not that they're bad players, but if he doesn't do it this week, I'm going to start losing faith in
of course.
Pollard.
But that's the thing, is his schedule is opening up big time. Like, even if, let's say, he was mediocre in this game, his schedule is still very nice. I think that things will go up from here. The concern is, like, does he get hurt or something, or do they potentially stay away from giving him all the volume and say, we need to keep in order to keep Pollard healthy, we need to start dividing up the workload, and then we're like, son of a B, man. Like, that's more my concern. I do think if the volume continues, I almost 100% feel like he's going to bounce back. But it's just a matter of, do they do something even more different? Do they try and, like, mix things up and try and get him in, like, a change of pace role and say, maybe we can get the most out of him this way? That would be devastating. But I don't think so. I think this is the week that happens. I agree with you. He's, if he pops off, everybody will be back. If he doesn't, people will be just jumping ship like crazy. But I'll be here. If I believe the volume will be there the next week, I'll still be here at the newfound value, because it won't be the same value. It'll be a newfound buy lower value than before. And I'll be there to take him if I believe the volume will still be there the next week for him to do what I'm saying he'll do this week. Next week, he's just a week delayed. It happens, but I think it will be this week. For anybody, that's why he's on the graphic here. I'm buying him. I'm doing it live. And I think it's a really good bet to make right now if you're in need of a move and his owners are Panic Peters and they're willing to give him away. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the other thing is I don't know about the Taylor play this week because they're over in Germany, and that game I think is going to be like boring, just like this game tonight. Like,
I hate Germany games. I hate. No offense to my Germany fans, but the Germany games, the London games, they're such a drag on the fantasy football community because A, the traveling wears the players out and they don't play as well, and B, it's too early for a lot of us to watch the game. I'm up doing a graveyard live stream, and I can't get up to watch that game. I refuse to. So it sucks. It sucks. Those games are absolutely blow. No offense to my overseas people, but it's like it's right smack, in the way. Why can't they at least have it at the same time? Have it on our time frame. The NFL viewers from home don't have it at 6 a.m. Like that makes.
It's not about us.
But it should be about us. It should be. We're the fan base.
Be.
We're the fan base. We're the bigger fan base.
I don't think we should be overseas all that much anyways. I mean, okay, you had a game in Mexico. That doesn't really impact the viewership. But, I mean, as far as going overseas, that's why the leagues overseas, when they tried to do the leagues overseas, they didn't really work out. Because, especially overseas, right? They prefer soccer more than football.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's what their biggest sport is. It's not like they like it when they have their few games that we send over there, but I mean, it's not really worth it. It's not like the NFL is going to take hold.
Yeah.
In a major way.
Hang on a second, Ron. Rick, I take Adams over Olave, Rick, so appreciate the super chat here. And Perps with the $20 wad. Perps, appreciate you. Let's go. $20 holler. Let's go, Perpy.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Perpy to the moon. Appreciate you with the 20. Smitty, I have a dilemma. 12-man PPR and I'm 6-3. Tua on a bye and no Fields. The waiver wire is trash. I'm debating on a few trades versus the waiver wire for an available QB. On the waiver wire, Heineke, Minshew, Love, O'Connell. Thoughts? I'd probably still say I like O'Connell. I think O'Connell, he was a great game manager, didn't turn the ball over, did what they asked him to do. I do think he starts throwing the ball into the end zone to Adams and fellas, and I think he does do well. But I would put Love in here. I know he's very, very concerning to everybody over and over and over, but look what you're talking about. Like waiver wire, Heineke, Minshew, travel, O'Connell, no touchdowns last week, but promising. This is the best option for you. And as far as like a trade, it just depends. I wouldn't dismantle anything now to try and just win 1 week. When people say, well, I was going to start this, so I had to make the trade. You had to make a bad trade because you had to start so-and-so for 1 week. So I think Love is not... Things could be a lot worse for you than for your Mageddon to be putting Jordan Love into the game. In 5-4 in a 14-team PPR, Stroud, Diggs, Deebo, Dell, Bijan, Gibbs, Achane, Laporta. Bench is Spears, Watson, Keaton Mitchell, Kyler Murray. Any moves to make? I would probably say you've got really good wide receivers in Deebo, Diggs. You ride out this Stroud situation because... I mean, why else? Why not do that? Why try and go beef up a QB position that you can at least bank on that being the one thing going for you and that you don't have to go and make some crazy move for? I would say Achane coming back, Bijan, Gibbs, Diggs, Deebo, Stroud, let it ride. There's not much of a sell high opportunity. If Diggs were to pop off this week and you could maybe trade him into 2 players and buy a wide receiver you actually really, really like near as much as Diggs, or if you could do it now, if for some reason you could trade Diggs for, let's say, Adams and a JT or something along those lines, I would probably very much explore that because I think Adams could hang with Diggs to a degree the rest of the way and it'd be worth JT. Like if you could do something like that now, sure, but I don't know that anybody's going to sell. I think this is a wait a week type of team, and then we revisit next week. And that's a $10 holler, by the way. Appreciate it. If your deadline is approaching, maybe we hit something tomorrow or again later tonight. $50 haulers, double 50, double fisted 50s by Perps right after the 20. Right after the 20. Hang tight, Ron. Right after the 20.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Double fisted 50s. I haven't seen that move in a long time. That's a rare move. Trade one. I was offered AJB for my Pollard. I would take AJB. Smaller piece, trade two. Or I was thinking about countering with my Tyreek and Tua for his Burrow and AJB. No, I'd rather have Tua and Tyreek, to be honest with you, bro. So answer is I would take the AJB over Pollard trade, but I would not. I still like Tua enough. And Burrow without Higgins and maybe without Chase right now, and then not knowing how healthy they're going to be, I'm just saying, like, you're going down a road I don't think you need to go down. I think Tua and Tyreek is just fine. And they could pop off together, and be absolutely phenomenal. So thank you for that, Super Chat. I have Pollard, Gibbs, JSN, Pop, Douglas, Ferguson, Spears, Charbonnet, Bigsby, Rice, Tyreek, Noah Brown, Devonta Smith, Connor, IR, Burrow. Okay, so lineup is Burrow, Monty, Sanders, St. Brown, Deontay, McBride, Downs, Cup. What are we doing here? Oh, is this for the same team? What is this? Is this a different team? Burrow. Okay, yeah. Is this his team? I have Pollard, Gibbs, JSN, Pop. Hey, Perps, call in real quick if you can, Perps, and we'll discuss these two super chats. Ron Hangtight, Travis, what's up, Travis?
Thank God, man. Thank you for letting me get in. And I just want to say, Nathan, Shining, I can't wait to see your moms for Thanksgiving stuffing. But look, so I have a pretty good trade that I went through right now.
Finish him. Call terminated.
I don't know what that was about. I ended that call because it sounded like he talked about somebody's mom's stuffing, and that just didn't sit right with me. So I don't know. I don't know what Travis from Arizona is talking about. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe he was saying something nice, but it didn't sound.
No, I think he did. You overreacted on that one, I think, a little bit.
Did I? Here, call back,
Yeah,
Travis.
I think so.
Let's find out. It sounded like he was saying something about someone's mom's stuffings, and it just didn't have a good vibe to it. It had a creepy vibe. Travis, call in again. Let's hear what it is. This one from Mr. Awakened. He says, trade Breece Hall and Pickens for Pollard and Higgins. Breece Hall and Pickens for I'd probably take because Higgins is hurt, you almost have to go Breece Hall Pickens right now. But yeah, I mean, that could go either way. Call in again, Travis. Let's hear the other side of the story. Perps, describe this to me right here. What we're talking about. And thank you for And thank you for the double-fisted
you're welcome.
50s.
I was just trying to get it all out there. So, like, basically, the guy's lineup is the second half there. It says his lineup, and then it has Burrow, Monty, Sanders. And so what I was getting at is he's pushing hard for a trade, and he wants to give me his AJB for my Pollard, and he wants a smaller piece for me on top of Pollard. And then my trade, too, is my option of going back at him instead of getting loved, like you had mentioned on the $20 hauler. That's on the waiver wire for a QB.
Yeah.
That's
okay, so I'd rather have
thought was, but I hear what you say.
I'd rather have AJB than Pollard as long as the piece is small. And by the way, Ron, the chat is saying he was talking smack about someone's sister. That's what
I didn't catch that.
That's what the chat's saying.
Thought he was like talking about Thanksgiving.
Well, I think he was using a Thanksgiving reference, Ron, but he was talking about someone's smack about.
It might. You know me. I always try to give people the benefit.
Yeah, you know me. I don't. All right. Hey, not on the live phone line, at least. So, Travis, way to go. Way to go talking smack about someone's sister. Not cool. On the phone line when you're trying to get in to ask a question and now your fantasy question doesn't get answered. Trying to ruin someone's Thanksgiving. Trying to spill the milk on Thanksgiving. The chat saying the smack talk is going over Ron Navy's head. Oh, he's talking about the turkey dinner coming up. That's what he's talking about. Okay, go ahead. Hey, Perps. So you're getting AJB. What is the small something you would add in?
Well, that's why I included my lineup and his lineup, was for your thoughts on the two trades. And obviously you're saying to shut the second trade down, which is fine, or the idea I had. But what is the second smaller part that you would think, I give to him, but then I'd have to drop another part to add another quarterback?
Ron, would you give up Deonte and Pollard for AJB? And chat, would you?
Deontay Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not mine, Smitty. That's the other guy. That's his lineup.
Oh, okay.
Remember
I'm including one of his players.
Burrow
Okay.
down.
So yours would be like a Connor or, I mean, you don't have a lot of in between players, bro. It's like Connor and Noah Brown and Rashee Rice and Pop Douglas. Like so would I add in any of those, like Rice, Pop, Noah Brown? Of course, I'd throw in all of those. I'd throw all the three I just named. JSN, I like JSN a lot, but would I throw JSN in? Absolutely, to get AJB, who's playing absolutely phenomenal.
Because my other option too is the guy, I had turned him down, but he, I think, is open to it. I had hit him up and he didn't necessarily say yes or no, but he had offered me the other day my Gibbs, Smith, and JSN, and he was going to give me Adams and Deebo.
Gibbs, Smith, and for Adams and Deebo. I'd take Adams and Deebo.
No, all right, but I'm just thinking I could dump three guys on that trade, get Adams and Deebo, which would clear it up for me to pick Love up, and then I could do that first trade
Adams
with the other guy and do one of those small pieces in Pollard to get AJB.
Yeah, Adams and Deebo all the way. All right, hey, real quickly, Travis from Arizona. By the way, this isn't Travis our mod, if anybody's wondering. Travis from Arizona, you came in and spilled the milk on the Thanksgiving table trying to use my channel and platform to throw a dig at one of my followers, and now you're calling back for what? For advice now? Like, what are we doing here?
Smith, I'm sorry, man, okay? No disrespect. I didn't mean to come into your house and knock the tablecloth off.
You did, though. You spilled the milk. You confused Ron Navy. You confused Ron Navy. He was going to bat for you. He was about to write you a letter of recommendation. About to make him look like a fool. He was vouching for you.
Thank God for him. No, he's a saint. He's a saint. Hey, he's a saint. Look, there's a lot of guys coming at me in your chat talking a lot of crap. So
Why?
I was just standing up for myself.
But what? So my chat does.
They're just mean people.
Travis,
some of them are just real mean.
Travis, my chat isn't mean. I'm watching it constantly. I've got moderators. I got Travis Rowe sitting in here. Sick Nasty's in here. They block anybody they block.
Rowe is a saint.
Okay, so what did somebody say to you? And keep it clean. This isn't a family show. Hey, hold on. This isn't a family show. You're totally clean. You just talked about someone's sister live on my airways. But go ahead.
You're taking their side of it, and that's okay. I get it. I came off too strong.
Tell me what they said to you. What did they say to you?
Okay. So I was just asking for the telephone number to call in, which is what my main goal was trying to get in. And they were just, because I'm blind, right? So a lot of them were saying, oh, I already sent it to you. And I'm like, well, I can't see it. They're like, well, I'm blind too. And he's like, maybe you should put your spectacles on. So I talk a little crap a little bit. So I told him my spectacles. I left them on your,
They probably didn't, bro. I can tell you one thing for sure, though. First of all, the chat probably didn't realize that. Okay, if you would have said, "Hey, actually,
my name is Travis D. Blind Guy."
Well,
why would I make my name that?
That's a good point.
If I wasn't,
it's a fair point. Fair point, chat.
I'm just saying.
But,
that's what I'm trying to say. They were coming at me strong.
I understand that, but maybe if you would have just said something like, "Hey guys, actually I am visually impaired," then I can almost guarantee you. I almost guarantee you that not maybe one, but probably not one person would have been aggressive to you. They would have went, whoa, sorry, man, my bad. But instead of putting, let me put my spectacles on your it's fine. And you know what? We're tough skinned in here. We don't care. It's all right. And what's his face? Whoever you talked about, his sister. It's all good. He doesn't care anyway. All right, go ahead.
They were playing victim. They were talking saucy to me, and I got them. If you go look back at the chat, I killed them. Okay, everybody knows I killed them. They didn't want to say nothing, and then when you kicked me off, they're like, "Good job, Schmidt. Good job. He needed to go." You know what I mean? They just couldn't take the heat. But I'm calling about fantasy.
All right,
I was just protecting myself.
Let's clean slate this. Okay, Arizona Noah.
Let's clean slate it.
No, Arizona Travis.
Clean slate it.
All right, go Travis. Hit me with your question. I'm here for you, bro. Go.
Okay, thank you very much. I started out 0-5. Okay. And I've been working. No, like I said, I've been working. So my lineup right now is Kyler Murray, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley.
All right, hold on. Murray.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Barkley. Who else?
Henry.
Okay.
Ridley, Laporta, DK. And because I got Kyler, I picked up Prater. I know that's a prayer, but he's a good kicker. Holding the Saints defense. I have a chain on my bench, Charbonnet on my bench, Fournette on my bench. And what I'm getting at is I had some bench players. I had Jay Ferguson, and then I also traded Mitchell, which was the Baltimore running back that went off last week. And I got Keenan Allen. Oh, and Tate Dell. I know Tate Dell was hard for me to let go, but he had the stack. So
hold on, slow down, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got Keenan Allen?
Yes, I have Keenan Allen, and I trade Jay Ferg, Mitchell, and Tate Dell to get Keenan Allen to complete that lineup to try to make a run in the playoffs.
Okay.
And I just wondered, all those players were on my bench. Laporta is off of his bye, so I don't need Jay Ferg. And, Tank was big for me, but I had him on my bench, and he had a lot of games like how the New Orleans receiver was. Like, one day he'll give you 67, and the other day he'll give you 7 points. So, Tank Dell had a good week last week, but I figured Keenan Allen, bro, just got 10,000 yards. I trade a tight end that I'm not going to start again. Tank Dell was tough.
Yeah, I like it. It's all right.
Mitchell's unproven.
You're good. I like it. So your team. So the only thing I would be looking to do if I was you at all, and I don't know that you need to. I mean, this is a good ride and die team. It's like everything goes well for you. You could easily, like I was saying to the earlier super chatter, I could easily see you picking off one team at a time. Perps, did you hang up? Perps, right. You can call back in. Oh God, I'm very hesitant to add this guy. Denny, be very, very, walk very gently, Denny. Walk very gently right now.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want you coming in and saying something crazy. Just hang tight for me real quick, Denny. So I don't know that there's many moves to make other than if you're trying to trade like Barkley and make some sort of like crazy splash. Like you trade Barkley and DK, and you try and upgrade Barkley into an Etienne, into an Eckler, into potentially a player that might be at that top 3, 4, or 5 running back territory, or you're potentially going to maybe, your team. I like it. I probably just roll with it. I don't know that there's a lot of sell high.
I'm just trying to make a run. I'm trying to make a run. Like I feel like from where I started to where I am now. To be 4-5, I feel lucky. You know, I feel like I just know more about football than what everybody else I'm playing against.
Well, it's good. It's a good team.
I had injuries.
It's a good team. Let it ride.
If I had a chain and AR5, that didn't get hurt, I'd be good.
Yeah, let it ride, bro. All right, man. Clean slate.
All right.
Chat, give him a clean slate.
Clean slate.
I'll
Thank
be
you.
watching
I appreciate it. I love everybody in there. I love this show. I love everybody in there. And I was just protecting myself. That's it.
All right, Travis, take it easy.
Hey, Travis. Hey,
yes, sir.
Before you go, realize, the chat. You just gotta. If there's something really going on with you, just let them know, and they'll back off. Everybody gives everybody crap in there. I give people crap. They give me crap. So you got.
No, I love it. I love the smoke. That's the thing is, my feelings don't get hurt. So that's the thing about it is, if you want to talk crap, I'm with it.
The problem is when you call in, you're not a normal caller, so nobody gets you. But when you say something like that on air,
I gotcha.
Where the problem.
I came in hot, bro.
Of course.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
it's just it's Travis. I'm okay with.
in here.
I'm okay with a little trash talk too, but it's like when I answer the phone and the first thing out of your mouth is like, tell her what's his face's sister. I'm coming for her. Whatever you say. All right, hey Travis.
I know I messed up. All
right.
Bro. My bad. Stuffing.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
There you go. All right. Yep. Before he even goes there again. All right, Denny. I got Denny on the line. Perps, call back in if you still have more questions. Perps, I'm still here for you. Denny. Real quickly, I want to go through an exercise with you, Denny, before you say a single word, okay? I want you to keep this as clean as you can. I don't want anything that can't go on the air, Denny, okay? You are leaving a message for Arthur Smith right now. As soon as I say beep, I want you to give Arthur Smith about 30 seconds of your mind, okay? Leaving Arthur Smith a voicemail. Okay, ready, Denny? Are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hi, this is Arthur Smith. I'm not here right now. I'm out shaving half my mustache right now. Please leave your name and number after the tone. Beep.
Hi, Arthur. Can I call you Artie? You know what? I don't know. You're kind of acting like you're better than me these days. What is this Arthur Smith thing? Okay, I like it, but who is that last guy? Is it Ron Navy? Is Ron Navy up in this thing?
No, but are you going to tell Arthur Smith how you feel about how he doesn't use Bijan Robinson? If you don't know who Arthur Smith is, he is the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons that has that silly mustache that he shaved, and he's refusing to use Bijan Robinson. So I kind of feel like you're maybe his friend right now, Denny. Or maybe you didn't know who he was. So let's try again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, this is Arthur. I'm out not using Bijan Robinson right now. Please leave your name and number after the tone. Beep.
Okay, so apparently Smitty doesn't like the fact that you're not using Bijan. I don't know who you're using, Arthur Smith. You must be, I don't even know what team you are.
Denny, do you watch football? Sometimes I wonder if you watch football. I sometimes question that you watch football. I mean, I just said Bijan. I just said Arthur Smith. No triggers at all for the Bijan hatred right now. Everyone's so upset about Bijan Robinson right now. You got nothing. Nothing triggered anything for you. I said all this, and you don't even think Arthur Smith's a bad guy. You have no idea who he is.
No, you know what? Hey, that's great. I'm just a babe in the woods. I'm just
a babe in the
woods. I'm a babe in the woods. Smith, what's the problem, dude? I love that. Ron, I'm just calling in. Is that Ron on there?
Yeah.
Ron Navy's my boy, but geez. Isn't he the one that gets into the who's the starter running back over Dijon Mustard?
Bijan Mustard. Well, apparently it's Tyler Algier or Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith might be the starting running back for the Atlanta Falcons by the usage that they use near the goal line. So all their design plays are for Jonnu. He is, but that's that's why everybody's so mad at Arthur Smith. He gave Jonnu Smith 2 goal line carries. You know how many goal line last week? You know how many goal line carries Bijan's had inside the 5-yard line this year? 1. Jonnu Smith's had 2. Jonnu had 2 last game. Designed runs at the goal line. They don't put Bijan in, and you're not even upset about it.
Dude, I'm pissed. I'm so
It sounds to me like you and Arthur Smith play karate in the garage, and you got bunk beds you push together.
No, Smitty, you're my boy, dude. I can't stand what this guy's doing, and I'm just as mad as you are about this situation. But no, we didn't do karate in the garage. We didn't line up the bunk beds. This is bullshit, man.
All right, Dragon.
I can't stand this.
Okay, Dragon. Mad. Dragon, I'm starting to feel your vibe now. Okay, Dragon, what can I do for you other than that, real quickly, and then I got to roll, guys.
I thought you said I was okay, Spider. I thought you called me.
I thought you called me Spider. All right, hey Denny, anything else?
No. Smitty. Ron Navy's my boy, and no, you're right. No, I'd be pissed. I'd be just as pissed. No, they're not. They're gonna give him. They're not gonna give him a play. What happened in that game tonight? But a couple of zeros that was going on tonight. I'm a Pats fan, so I'm kind of giving up on the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like the only thing missing from today's game was the Patriots. Oh, Smitty, I love you so much. I'm so pissed about everything. You think you're mad? Smitty, and I don't know what I'm... Oh, don't figure. What do I have to be happy about? Call in, Pat fans. Call in and tell me what to be happy about. Smitty, my best friend. I meet him whenever he needs me. I'm there. You know? You want to go to Vegas? I'm there. You know? You want to do karate in the garage? I'm there. You know what I mean? I missed the...
Thanks, Denny. I appreciate you. We'll see you later, pal. I'm gonna bump everybody off the phone line one at a time. So I'm gonna let you go unless you got any final words, real quickly. We'll give you a full 30 seconds. Go, Denny. Whatever you want to say. Keep it clean. Let's go. Let it ride.
All right. I got Dante Foreman. I don't know what he did, but I have no quarterbacks. I'm done in every league I'm in. I'm toast. You know, I just call in to say hi at this point. Like, I messed up my whole league. You know what I mean? Like, anyone I thought that was good, they're cool. You know, I don't know what the inside joke is, but I'm just glad that Ron Navy's up in the piece, and I love him. I love you guys.
All right, Denny.
Hey, Danny, don't feel it's like it's just you. A lot of my fantasies upended this year, so it's not just you. It's a lot of different people with all these injuries and everything else going on.
Hey, Denny.
Ron. Smitty, I'm talking to Ron right now.
Okay, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead. Use my show. Use my show to communicate. It's fine.
I wish you were there. We were at poolside. You know, I don't know what's happening. I'm toast. You know, I'm not good at this, I guess, but I just call in to say hi because I love you guys.
All right, Denny. Appreciate you. We'll see you later, pal. Later. Call in tomorrow. All right, Ron. Any final thoughts, Ron?
Yeah, everybody that's down on Tank Dell, remember, I mean,
Tank Dell.
He's been up and down, but also remember, he came off of concussion protocol for a couple weeks, so he wasn't being used at all, really too much. So I think he gets more consistent as the year goes on. And
hey, Mike, if you turn that down, if you could, Mike in the background. Go ahead.
If Higgins is out and Chase is limited, we might be looking at an upset there in Cincinnati this weekend.
Yeah,
they're going to have to use Irv Smith and Sample again. Whoever Sample is, he just came out of nowhere last week, but Bengals could be in trouble this weekend.
All right. Yeah, it's not great. All right, later, Ron. Appreciate it. See you tomorrow.
Yep, later, chat. Love you guys.
Deuces. Mike from New Jersey, final. You got 30 seconds. Thanks for waiting.
Yeah, no, I just called in. I was so confused. There's like 5 people on the line, but
yeah, that's the way we do it. That's the way we do it. It's a family thing.
I just clicked on the show or whatever, so I didn't get to see any of it. I just see like the buy nows for right now. I see Pollard. Would you trade Kenneth Walker for him?
It's a great question, bro. It's a great question.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good in all my leagues. Like seriously, I'm doing good. Like, I could win. Like I'm in 3 leagues. I could seriously win all of them, and like I don't need to make any moves. I have a team. My super flex league, I have my running backs are a little weak. I have Ramondre and Kenneth Walker. Ramondre finally played well, and Kenneth Walker, I don't know what's going on over there. I think it's more game script than them actually. I don't think they want to play Charbonnet over them.
I think that there's pros and cons to this. Walker was absolutely on a tear. Okay, Pollard hasn't been. I mean, Pollard's had a moment or two, but he's been pretty much disappointing all year. Walker at least was doing something. So you have 2 things going on right now. You have a guy that probably, in my opinion, is on the way up. That's why we're talking about buying him. This video, he's on the thumbnail. He's in the title. Buying Pollard. I very, very, very much am about buying Pollard right now. Let me move these super chats out of the way and have the graphics sitting here. So Pollard, Devonta Adams, Devonta Smith, Devonta Adams. Those are 3 guys I wanted to specifically talk about tonight. Doesn't mean I'm not buying Walker too. Doesn't mean I couldn't do it a live stream an hour from now and go, okay, now that I talked about Pollard, Devonta Adams, and Devonta Smith, now go buy Kenny Walker, go buy Deebo Samuel, go buy JT. They're all good buy lows. Walker just comes with the risk of, okay, well, he's got the bye week out of the way. That's good. He comes with the risk of, if he's banged up, does he get used like halfway and they keep injuring him and keeping him not healthy and he plays the whole year injured and he's not getting all the work? Or does he get injured because they're playing him injured? Or is the offense just going to game script out the run? There's a lot of concern, as I mentioned like a month ago, that if the touchdown volume wasn't there, like if Geno wasn't doing well, that then we'd all of a sudden see Walker's value go down and people would have to either weather through it or trade him or whatever. And what do we see? The touchdown volume went away for a brief amount of time. Maybe it bounces back. Maybe Pete Carroll's got a plan. Maybe it's just going to be okay. But when the touchdown volume's not there, Walker's carry volume and yardage was not supporting him. He's had one 100-yard game, if I remember correctly. So it's all touchdowns. And it's been working week in and week out. So if I had to guess, bro, if I had to predict, if I had to make a decision here and say, okay, I'm going to go with one guy, I'm probably banking on Pollard. I feel like the offense is better. I feel like the offense is finally humming. I think it's going to open up the run. His schedule has been pretty bad, and now his schedule gets really good. But there's pros and cons, bro. I would slightly lean Pollard. Slightly.
Slightly. Yeah, because I have K-Walk and Charbonnet. And so it's just confusing. I think Charbonnet, like everybody's talking about how he out-snapped them, but I really think it was just because they were losing.
Yeah, a lot of it was that. But keep in mind, Walker is amazing. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't come in here next week and go,
Kenneth Skywalker.
Like, I'm hoping to do that. It doesn't mean I can't like both of them. I just think at this moment and this question, Pollard feels like he's going up. Walker feels like we're not sure right now, and that could fix itself. That could course correct in a week. I like them both.
That worried about him. I'm more worried about his playoff schedule, if anything. They got the 49ers.
Yeah,
there's that. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'm not really worried about like the next 2 weeks. They got Washington. Whatever.
Yeah, if the 49ers get back to playing good defense, then Kenneth Walker has a tough schedule because he plays them twice in the next 3 weeks. If the Niners are soft on against the run and they're just not a good defense under Wilkes, and they refuse to fire him, and even if they fire him, then they're gonna have a kind of a like adjusting period. That's kind of I think to assume that his schedule is tough is a big assumption, but to assume that the Niners won't fix their defense after acquiring Chase and all that, we'll see, bro. We'll see, but I lean Pollard very, very slightly. All right, appreciate you, Mike. I got to run. Thanks for calling in. All right, Perps, did you have anything else for me? First of all, appreciate your $50 double-fisted haulers, your $20 hauler, whatever else you dropped on the screen. I'll thank you at the end of the show like I always do, but Perps, appreciate you, number one. Number two, is there anything else I can help you with?
No, you're welcome, Ed. For the chat, for the channel, you know, we keep it going. You do a good job for everybody, and I was just trying to get my questions out that way instead of calling in, but here we are.
Did I answer it all?
The only other thing I had is based on what you were talking about. Obviously, I can't have everybody, and I'm going to have to give up somebody. And clearly, if I give up Pollard, he's my number one running back. And then if I give up Gibbs, then he's my number two running back in that other trade. And then I'm pretty much down to nobody. But I get Adams, Deebo, and AJB. So then obviously I have two flex spots, but I just wanted to make sure.
So list your team
with everything you said on keeping those guys. So.
List your team off one more time. Your starter. Pollard, Gibbs.
JSN. Douglas. Ferguson, Spears, Sharps. Tua, Fields, Bigsby. Rice, Tyreek, and what's his name here? Noah Brown. And then I got Connor and IR when he comes back, and then Devonta Smith.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you called back in because I need to look at it all. There's so much on the screen. I didn't even honestly feel like I had it. That's why I wanted you to call back. I didn't feel like I answered it or had a grasp on your team. Because there was two teams you listed and I wasn't fully picking up which one was yours. And so, okay, so if you trade away Pollard for Adams, yeah, you're screwed at RB.
Because the one trade is
you can't do that.
He wants Pollard in a smaller piece for AJB.
Yeah. I mean,
and then the other guy that has a different team, he wants Devonta, Gibbs, and JSN, and he's going to give me Deebo and Adams.
Oh, you have Devonta Smith as well. That's right. So he wants Devonta Smith, JSN, and Gibbs for Adams.
And Deebo.
See, that I'm willing to do that one, I think, because... But what are you going to do at RB? Spears? Like, is there any other option? Is it literally Spears and Charbonnet are going? One of those is going in your RB2 spot, or are you only needing to start one RB, or do you have to start two?
I have two RB, two wide receiver, two flex.
I mean that's so tough. So you're trading away Smith.
Unless I run with Connor when he comes back, and I just have to Band-Aid it.
Oh, okay. You got Connor coming back.
Whenever he decides that he's going to play again, yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's trending in the right direction for this week. Okay, so Connor, I think I do that. So you're trading Gibbs, JSN, and Smith, and you're getting Deebo and Adams, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to put Adams in here. I'll just write him in here. That is a better team. It's a better team. Connor comes into your RB2 spot. Not saying it's the best thing in the world. Pick up DeMarcado. He'll be dropped. If you don't already own him, or he'll probably be dropped just to cuff it. And you got Deebo, you got Pollard, you got Adams. It's fantastic. You got Tua, you've got Tyreek Hill. That's a really good team. I really like the Deebo move. The Deebo move is the move. It puts you in a vulnerable spot, but guess what? Connor's not that bad, bro. I like the move.
No, right. And I'm 6-3, so I'm already going to make the playoffs, and it's basically bolstering it for the playoffs. And so you're saying take that deal, but then turn down the AJB for the Pollard in a different piece.
Yeah, because Pollard's too big of an RB to let go. Devonta Smith I could get rid of because you're getting Deebo, and then you're getting Adams for Gibbs. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
JSN.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That is a really good team.
Yeah. No.
I mean, Tyreek Adams, Deebo, Pollard, Connor, Tua. I like it. That's good. That team can knock off any team 1 week at a time.
Perfect. And then that'll create a hole then, and I'll just go grab Love for the 1 week to get me since Fields didn't want to play this week.
I like it, my man.
Thanks. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, Perps. Later, pal. Appreciate you. All right, Denny, you got it. 30 seconds because I got to get these super chats and I got to go. What can I do for you?
It's the Marine Corps birthday today. I forgot to say that.
The Marine Corps. Happy birthday to the Marine Corps. Happy birthday, Denny. Appreciate you.
And
Denny, blow out the candles. What would you wish for today? If you could blow out the candle right now on this cupcake that I'm drawing right now, this little cupcake here that I'm drawing. Okay, if you could blow out a candle right now, here's the candle, here's the flame. Blow it out. Blow it out. What'd you wish for? What'd you wish for?
I get back this girl, Karen Tracy. It's great, right? I swear to God, I was in love with her. You ever been in love with that one girl?
She's in the other room. She's in the other room, Miss Smitty. Karen Tracy, if you are watching this show right now, I hope to God she is. Call in first of all. We can connect you back together. Karen Tracy, everybody, send this out to this at what are we at? An hour and 26 minutes into the show. Clip this. Send it to everybody you know. Karen Tracy, Denny's waiting for you. He's sitting at home. He's a good boy. He's just sitting there. He's at home, just not cause.
Thanks, Smitty.
All right, see you later, Denny. Elvis from Oregon, you got 30, and then you're the last caller.
Appreciate it, Smitty. I've got a couple of questions. So, would you trade Pollard, or would you trade Devonta Adams for Pollard?
So that's the reverse of what we're talking about here. I would rather have Adams. Pollard. I'd rather have Adams in a vacuum, but situation dependent, they're pretty equal. They really are to me.
And then would you trade Swift for Deebo?
Yes. I think Swift, as much as I loved him, as much as I still appreciate everything he's done and how he came through as a moon man, and Swift really has. Even if Swift just tailed off and was mediocre the rest of the year, what he did at his cost and how excited we were about him bouncing back. And I still think he's good, but Deebo's coming off the bye. He's healthy. I believe the Niners are going to lean on him. Things haven't been going well for the 49ers. Brock Purdy's confidence is shaken. I think Kyle comes out and just focuses on short passes, design plays, quick slants, and Deebo takes some screen pass, some sort of like trips wide screen draw up, and he takes it freaking house, and Brock Purdy throws a touchdown. Now Brock Purdy's confidence is up. I think Deebo coming off the bye healthy. I could be wrong. Maybe he gets banged up again. He's obviously very injury prone, but so is Swift. And Swift is already tailing off. It's not like you're trading a guy that's, popping off and resurged. He also, keep in mind, Swift, week 1, week 8, week 17. Let's put a little graph up here. And we say this is DeAndre Swift. Okay, Swifty. He started off, this is a 10 out of this is a 1, this is a 10 in terms of production. He started off like this. Now, like a rookie, and he's not a rookie, but in a sense, he hit a rookie wall for him, because he hasn't really carried the rock before to this degree. Right. So he's hit a wall. How thick is that rookie wall? Is it week number 11 through 15? Is that how thick this rookie wall is? Is it 1 week? Does he get injured trying to get through that rookie wall? Because usually rookie walls, depending on how thick they are, how many weeks they got to go through the struggles, they'll get hurt and they'll go down, or they'll bust through it and then they'll continue upward. So like Swift could potentially be in that almost like rookie wall sense of an area. And if he breaks through it, what's he do? I don't know. So I just want you to know, I still like Swift. There's still a possibility, but Deebo is a much better play in my opinion.
Yeah, and Swift is my third running back after Hall, and Mostert, and it'll be my fourth once A-Chain gets back. So,
all right, do it live.
Get it. And last question: would you have Jahan Dotson for the rest of the year, or Tyler Boyd for the rest of the year?
Dotson.
They're both available.
Dotson.
Okay, cool.
I mean, maybe this week Boyd does well though. Just so you know, like I mean, with Higgins out, maybe even Chase is very limited if he plays. Like Boyd could be really good this week. He could have like 100 and a touch, whatever. But this guy's been doing that, Dotson, and maybe he continues to. I'm hoping that he just, whatever reason, he went through a sophomore slump, whatever, and then now he's back, and now he's, back to what we thought he would be, and he does it all year.
All right. Appreciate you, Smitty. Thank you.
Later, Elvis. Appreciate you. All right, let me get to these super chats, and then we will be out of here. It looks like we got another super I need to put on screen here. Thank you all. Let me go through these. I got them all right here. No, I did not miss anybody's. Trade Hurts, Keenan Allen. This one right here. Trade Hurts, Keenan Allen, Mixon for CMC, Burrow, Pittman. Burrow hurts as much as, we'd rather have Hurts right now this week, given Burrow's dealing with maybe no Chase, no Higgins. Let's take that out of the equation, and just call it a wash. So it's CMC and Pittman for Keenan Allen and Mixon. The CMC side is crushing on this one, my guy. $10 hauler, Christopher. Appreciate you.
To the moon.
To the freaking moon, Christopher. Hey, Smitty, in a 10-man, 2 QB, full PPR. My team is Stroud and T. Law and Howell. Okay. Running backs, Hall, Hubbard, Kyron. Okay. Hall and Kyron, solid. Wide receivers, Chase, Devonta Smith. I hope Chase gets healthy quick. Ridley, Dotson, like it. Kincaid, Taysom. How can I fix my team? I mean, like trading one of the tight ends to try and upgrade. Let's call it T. Law to Tua. Let's call it Howell to Tua. Throw in a tight end. Give them their choice of whichever one. I prefer to keep Kincaid. Would I throw Dotson in to make that T-Law Howell into Tua upgrade? I absolutely would. Burrow, if you will, but I think he'll cost a lot more. I think Tua is the cheapest top 5-6 potential quarterback out there. That's the move to make in the Superflex. And he's doubted right now. His owner's petrified. His owner's name is Peter, and he's petrified. And if you can maybe trade, I don't know, the tight end upgrade move is the best option for you. Other than that, I like everything else you have. So not really trading anything. I like Kyron. I like Hall. I like Stroud. I like Smith. I like Chase. I like Kincaid. So that's the only move. I like Ridley. That's it. Past that, you're almost hanging tough with that team. I traded Mostert and Swift to get Pollard and Bijan. I could get behind that. I definitely would have taken that chance too, but there is risk on both sides.
To the moon.
$10 hauler from my boy, Chris Jasso. Started a GoFundMe, trying anything to get the word out. Anything helps. Been watching you for a couple years. Fantasy football keeping me busy. GoFundMe is under Chris Jasso. For what? GoFundMe for what? What are we talking about, Chris? Anyway, appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. Traded. I don't start a GoFundMe on my account to, if that's what you're doing. Draven, don't go start one, Draven. Smitty mad at me. I'm not mad at you, Draven. We're not doing a GoFundMe for a 40-yard dash. Okay, you need to get over it. Maybe we do some sort of combine fun thing anyway, though, Draven. We can, but nobody wants to see me operate a GoFundMe. Okay, a GoFundMe so that I can run a 40-yard dash. Draven, accept that it's an awful idea. It's an awful idea, and it's not going to happen. Appreciate you, Draven. Larry traded Tua, Kincaid, and I'm not mad at you, Draven. You can even call in real quick if you want. I'll give you 30 seconds. Traded Tua, Kincaid, Dell, Dobbs for Mahomes, Bigsby, and McBride. Still have Hawkinson and Kyler. Traded Tua, Kincaid, Dell, Dobbs for Mahomes, Bigsby, and McBride. I think you got him bad.
Got him.
Absolutely smashed him, my guy. Just an absolute smash. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate you. Larry to the moon. Draven, you can call in. You got 30 seconds.
To the moon.
Perps is coming in hot. Perps with a $10 hauler. Denny talking to Arthur Smith voicemail, but calling him Smitty. Did he? Denny called him Smitty. Look, Smitty. He didn't understand the assignment clearly. That was for sure. Denny, what's the drink of choice? Draven versus Denny on Arthur Smith's fan line. Draven won for sure. Perps says that you won that voicemail contest between you and Denny, and I have to agree. Draven, what could I do for you?
I just wanted to say that Denny is a GOAT, and I appreciate him. And I know what Karen Tracy is. She's actually over my house, and we're just chilling right now. But anyways, I made you a new profile picture, and I tried really hard. You know, I want you to look at it.
I appreciate you making a new profile picture. You know, first of all, can I give you some advice? I know you're only 25 years old, but you know, constantly telling somebody they need to upgrade things that they work really hard on, Draven, is kind of an underhanded compliment. So just in life, just keep that in mind. You keep telling me how awful my graphics are, but then, no offense, Draven, just take this with a grain of salt. You're sending me AI-created garbage, telling me to replace my graphics with your graphics, and I'm just not having it. But I do appreciate you. This is what I do for a living. And I don't mind the free consulting that I'm getting out of this, though. Draven Consultants.
It's not more of like replacing your thing. It's more of like sending you fan mail, since you don't have like a PO
that's
box.
true. That's
you
true.
know what I'm like? You need to have like a little, like I hand painted an Adam Thielen football card for you, and I can't even send it to you because you don't have a PO box.
Can you take a photo of the Adam Thielen thing and send it to me real quick? I'll put it on screen right now. I'll put it on screen. Right next to my amazing portrait where you forgot half of my mustache. I'll put it right next to this. So,
can you show the profile picture I made? Have you even looked at it?
Hold on. Let me go to my trash. Hold on a second.
Oh, God. That's a tough one. Though.
Hold on. Draven, I'm a busy guy. To be honest with you, I rarely respond to emails. Don't take it personally. Hold on. Here it is. I didn't delete it. Here it is.
I actually tried.
You did good, Draven. You did good. You did good.
You see the moon in the
You did good, son. You did good. Thank you. One little tip, though, is you can't see any of these details when you shrink this down into a little profile. Look at this. I'm going to put it on screen. This is how small the little avatar gets, bro. This is how small it is. You got a little bit to learn on the making emojis. This is how it looks. You can't see a single thing. It looks like a booger sitting right into my right side, a pink booger, and it looks like a bloody octopus on my left side. You can't even see what's going on. So that's the problem, Draven. You got to work on it. They got to be very, very like smart details inside these. But I appreciate you, Draven. Okay, real quickly, send that to me. Hang tight while I answer these. If you can mute real quick, Draven. I'll check my email in a second. Just mute yourself, please, and I'll check my email and I'll bring you back in. Just stay quiet while I answer these super chats. We'll bring you back in. Can we trade this guy for nails on a chalkboard? Says Jimmy the Drunk. I don't know if he dropped that when Denny was on the line. Made you a new, better profile picture. Sent it in an email, Draven said, with a $2 hauler. Thank you, Draven. Appreciate the fine work that you did. $5 hauler from Juicebox. 10-man PPR. Stroud, Fields, Monty, Kyron, Ford, Sharps, Adams, Evans, St. Brown's. Good team. Andrews, Laporta. Trade ideas. Mostert, Deebo for Ford, Laporta. I would take Mostert and Deebo for Ford and Laporta. I think you're right on to what I was going to say. You have to get rid of one of those tight ends. It's the only move to make. Upgrade Evans into Puka. Upgrade Evans into Cup, giving up a tight end. Upgrade Garrett Wilson into Cup. Upgrading Ford into, even a potential. I mean, damn, you could probably take a tight end and Ford and upgrade that into running back wise. I mean, so we talked about Deebo, Olave in terms of wide receivers. Running backs, wouldn't be shocked if you could get a freaking. You have Kyron already. I mean, Aaron Jones is potentially, gettable at that value. Pacheco maybe even for Ford. Pacheco's not high enough probably though. I mean, maybe you swing for Bijan. Possibility. This one right here, I traded Gibbs for Chase. I would definitely take Chase, and even with the concern of injury right now. Tim with the $20 hauler. My boy Tim coming in strong right now with the 20 wad. Timmy, My boy.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Timmy says, blessings, Smitty, 2 QB league, half PPR. I got Baker, Minshew, Brees, Bijan, Ridley, Pickens, Pittman, Dell, Komet, Laporta, Waddle by, Swift by, Jameson, Williams, Mayer. Any moves you'd recommend? It's tough because I'm not trying to be mean on this one, Tim. I'm just telling you the straight truth. I mean, $20 hauler, you know I'm going to do my best to help you, but I'd say there's not a lot to, and I don't mean this in a bad way, there's not a lot to sell high. Bijan's playing like crap right now, and it's not his fault, but he's playing like crap. You can't sell him. I mean, maybe try Achane straight up, maybe try JT straight up, maybe try Pollard straight up, just to get into something safer because his team needs it. Ridley, no one's buying high. Pickens, no one's buying high. Pittman, you could try, but I don't think anybody's buying high. Dell maybe gets you something like Deebo, or you just bank on Dell balling out. But Dell and Bijan for Achane, Dell and Bijan for JT and something. You could definitely go after Pollard, Dell and Bijan for Pollard and something. Laporta might be tradable. Waddle on a bye and injury prone. Swift tailing off. There's just really no moves to make other than trying to trade Dell and Bijan for one safer RB. And at QB, Minshew, Baker, you had to have been decimated with injuries. Damn, man. This one's tough. Can the chat give any opinions here as to what you would recommend this guy do, Tim? Tim's gracious enough to drop a $20 super chat. I would love to help him. This is tough, though. Brees Hall, hard to sell high. Pickens, I wonder if you could trade for... Go to the teams that have Kyler and Tua and just hope they have a Stroud or something. Because if anybody... Kyler, Tua, if either one of those owners has another quarterback, they would trade you maybe Pittman, maybe, Pickens or something for that quarterback just because they want to get something. Kyler might be attainable for that. It might be a move to make. My guy Fields is another one. Go to the Fields owner, see if they got a Stroud or something. That one's tough. This one's hard to say. Like, I'm not saying pack it in, but it's going to be tough. This one's really tough. You need Swift, Waddle, Brees, and Bijan and Ridley to all just pop off together and get that. So without trading any of those big pieces, get a quarterback and then just hope they all rebound. It's kind of almost a stand down team minus getting Tua, Kyler, or Fields to just hope you get a big swing at quarterback. That's my advice for you. That's the best move for you to make. And let me check my email, Draven. I don't see it yet, Draven.
Okay, I looked and I can't find the Thielen one, but I sent you a picture of the other ones. Like, I have a lot of them.
So you're sending me one that you didn't make for me now.
Okay, I can't find it. Like, I looked through all of it. I'll have to find it, but I can send you another one of these.
Lost your. That's how important I am to you. You lost my handcrafted Adam Thielen, a player I don't even love. You painted a player that's not even a player that I talk about a lot or love. Shows how much you know me. Shows how much you know me, first of all, and then you lose it, Draven.
I'm sorry, okay?
All right, Draven, hang tight. Let me get these super chats out of the way, and then I'll go check my email once this. What do you send? Like a 19 gigabyte file? It's taking a little while to come through.
No.
I have Herbert, Ayuk, Metcalf, AJB, Godwin, Swift, Eckler, and Gibbs. I want to package a deal to get Burrow. I mean, it depends. Like Herbert and Godwin, Herbert and I mean, Ayuk's a lot to pay though, especially if he does really good this week. You're gonna be so upset. And Burrow's got potentially no Higgins, maybe no Chase. So I would say like Godwin, man. Godwin. I don't know that I'm giving up Gibbs. I don't know. You could do like a Herbert and Herbert and let's say Swift, or Herbert and Metcalf, or Herbert and Ayuk for Burrow and something, but we need something back. I need something significant that I like if you're going to make it a two for two. This one right here from Fitzy, traded Nico Lockett. Someone dropped him. Warren for DK and dropped Miles Sanders. So DK for Lockett, Warren. I don't mind that. I could get behind the DK side. I think DK could pick it back up. Picked up Tank Dell, JSN. I basically traded for DK using DK, Dell, and JSN. I love Dell. I like Dell slightly more than DK right now, but like DK's good value. I do like DK a lot. That's not bad. I think that's a good move. And then 2 more super chats. Rock out. Appreciate you, Rock out. Rock out to the moon. Marsman, Rock out. 4 and 5 teams Burrow, Bijan, Walker, Sharps, Javonte, Foreman, St. Brown, Olave, Ayuk, McLaurin, Dotson, JSN, Kincaid, Ferguson up 17.2 with Foreman tonight. Atta boy, to the moon.
To the moon.
I remember he called in, and I thank God that advice panned out. He called in, and I'm like, I guess I go Foreman. Thank God, Rock out. And then we decide the next one, right? So we got to decide whether you're going to go with McLaurin or Ayuk or whatever. So good move, bro. And that was the only positive thing that happened in tonight's game. Bryson with the final super chat. Bryson, appreciate you. $10 hauler. My boy Bryson to the moon. Bryson says 10-man, 4 and 5, 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, 3 and 4. You're 4 and 5 or 3 and 4? Which one is it? Burrow, running back, JT Gibbs, Hall, wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, Ridley, Flowers, Taysom Hill. Good team. Any moves? Achan, I love that you have Achan. So Burrow, Achan, JT Gibbs, Hall. I mean, you could start, let's see, you could start 4, right? So JT Gibbs, Hall, and Achan. Start all those running backs. Burrow, Tyreek, Ridley. I let it ride, bro. This team's built to do good things. I'm letting it ride. Achan comes back. This team's going on a tear. I'm not even concerned about making changes or upgrades. I mean, there's not a lot, no offense, there's not a lot on the bench to even compile together to get like a 2-for-1 going. Unless you were to trade like JT and Ridley for Eckler, Gibbs and Ridley for ETN, Gibbs and Ridley for like a slightly, you could go Gibbs and Ridley for, given y'all have HN and JT, you could go Gibbs and Ridley for Cup, Gibbs and Ridley for an injured Jamar Chase. Those are potential moves. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate everybody that dropped a super chat tonight. You guys are absolute straight monsters. And Draven, your email just came through. Can't find Thielen. Have too many. Okay. And so what are these like photos that you take and then you just paint around them, or what is it?
So I actually input them into an AI device. It's football cards, and then like they're like the base cards, so they don't have like a lot of value. So
Okay.
I kind of just paint them.
You paint
and
around
make
them,
them look
okay.
nice and throw them up on eBay for the heck of it.
I just wanted to make sure you, like, I wasn't insulting you by saying that you didn't paint these, and you were like, no, I actually painted the whole card, and I'm like, really? Like, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so let me put this on screen here. So you're taking,
I paint around them.
you paint around them, okay?
Around them.
Okay, so here's Draven's paint job. Okay, I like it, Draven. You got a good sense of lighting. And I like it. Thank you very much for your generous thought to make me one. And I'm sorry I don't. I'm sorry I don't.
Get that PO box.
I'm sorry I don't have a PO box. Partially because I think you'd fill my PO box up on the daily, Draven. I mean, I that's part of why I got rid of it. I did get a bunch of stuff constantly, and I couldn't put it anywhere. I don't have space in here. But Draven, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for all you do. You're the man. You're the GOAT.
All
Shout
right.
out Denny. I can't wait to talk to him and meet him. Shout out Travis, all
All
the
right.
mods. Everybody likes this live.
All right, you take care of his girl Karen. All right, later, bro.
Thank you.
All right, final two super chats of the night. We got Brandon. Brandon says, how's the team? Mahomes, Bijan, Kamara, Ayuk, McLaurin, Schultz, Goddard, Devonta Smith, 12 team full PPR, 2 and 7 somehow. How is the team? Mahomes, Bijan, Kamara. I like it. I mean, I don't see very many trade opportunities. Mahomes, you're not going to get what you deserve. Bijan can't sell him. I mean, unless you sell him for Achane. I love that. Tony Pollard, I don't mind that. Tony Pollard, Devonta Smith. This is a ride and die team. You just kind of let it go. You're 2-7. 2-7 because you've had some bad luck with slow starting Bijan, a very up and down Mahomes, and a take a while to get going here, Devonta Smith. But I am hesitant to say, like, maybe you trade Kamara for like a JT and something, a Kamara for a potential Tony Pollard and something, Kamara for take a big swing on Kyron and something like that's probably your only move, Brandon, is to get rid of Kamara on the high. And it's possible. Kamara's got pretty damn good value, but you probably should have did this last week. Kamara took a little bit of a dip in value. Josh Allen, ETN, Gibbs, Javonte, Pacheco, Diggs, Dell, Pickens, Andrews, any moves? I'd probably say, you could maybe try and package. It's a good team. Diggs and Dell, ETN, Josh Allen. I like it. Pacheco, Javonte, Gibbs. Maybe you ride Gibbs and you say, let's roll that dice. So Javonte or Pacheco, one of those guys with Pickens or with Dell, and you're going after as big a dog as you can go after from Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, the Achans, the Pollards, even a Kyron, Adams, maybe JT. Those are the names here that I just listed that I would be comfortable saying get rid of a Pacheco and a Pickens. Maybe even an Andrews if you could, pick up a Taysom Hill or get a Taysom Hill kicked back to you. Or Kincaid. Maybe go to the Kincaid owner, see if maybe they have one of those players we just talked about. Maybe they have Achane and Kincaid, and you send Andrews and Pacheco or Andrews and Javonte. Something along those lines. Past that, bro, it's just trying to move Javonte or Pacheco with Dell, Javonte or Pacheco with Pickens, Javonte with Andrews, Pickens with Andrews. Go get Kupp. Go get injured Jamar Chase. Go get Devon Achane. Go get potentially JT and something. I don't know. Those are the moves for me. Eckler straight up for a combo of those guys for sure. And Ron Navy with a $20 holler. Ron, what is up? Let's go.
Alert. Super chat alert.
You need a P.O. Box, Smitty. They are not too expensive. Dallas players should go off this week to get the underdog drafts like Royal Rumble. Yeah, we're going to do an underdog draft here tomorrow. I'll probably eventually re-get a P.O. Box, but I did get some fun stuff sometimes, but it's, I don't know. It piles up. I rarely get down there in time, and I don't have room for a lot of it. We got gifted memberships. We got 5 gifted memberships from Shining. We got 10 gifted memberships from Ron Navy. Appreciate you both to the freaking moon dropping those. I just saw those. Those slipped past me. I don't know if anybody else dropped the gifted memberships earlier. Let me see if I can search real quick and just make sure. Gifted memberships. Ron gifted 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Shining gifted 5. Thank you guys both for dropping those. Just wanted to search and make sure. I'm out of here. Thank you all to my super chatters. All of you dropping super chats all night long. Appreciate you so much. Wouldn't be here without you. Finish super chat $20 hauler. Thank you for your $20 hauler. Perps with this $20 hauler. Perps with the double 50 wads on screen, by the way. Perps just absolute maniac tonight. Perps to the freaking moon. Tim with the $20 hauler. Appreciate you, Tim, dropping that wad on screen. Ron Navy with the 20 on the way out the door. Appreciate that, Ron Navy. Thank you very much. You guys absolutely rule. And then last caller of the night, Rock Out on the way out the door. Rock Out, what can I do for you real quick, pal?
Yeah, if Burry don't have his weapons, what do you expect from him?
245 and hopefully 2, but it'll be a lot to expect. That Vampy in the building. What's up, Vampy? Dang, you just got here, says Vampy. How long we been live? We've been live for 2 hours. 250 in here. Only 108 thumbs up though. Can we get that 250 eyeball watching mofos out there to hit that thumb up button, please? Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know, Rock Out. I mean, hopefully he still gets like 240, 250, and 2. I don't really know. If Chase plays, then you should be able to get that, I assume, as long as he's not a decoy, which he could be. It sounds pretty bleak, when Chase goes, I got to be out there. And what do you mean you got to be out there? I mean, that tells me like, oh, I'll be fine. It's not I'll be fine. Everything will be okay. I'll be okay. Good to go. He's saying it like he's definitely knowing he's going to be hampered. Oh, I got to be out there. I got to get out there, be there for my team. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, bro.
Yeah. Who would you have over him?
I mean, give me a couple options. I mean, it's tough to say.
You would still have him over Purdy?
Yep. But Purdy could outscore him if Shanahan does Purdy right. Lots of short design plays, and then let the receivers do the work. Let them minimize the mistakes. Get the ball in Deebo's hand. Get the ball in Ayuk's hand. Get the ball in McCaffrey's hand from a receiving perspective, and let them do the work. Let them get into the end zone, and then Purdy's not making mistakes, and Purdy's getting touchdown from it. Hey, Deebo, trips right. Deebo screen. Deebo takes it 40 yards to the end zone. Brock Purdy just threw a 40-yard touchdown. So, I mean, it's certainly possible he gets him back on track, but Shanahan's certainly possible that he misuses him and Purdy gets injured. Purdy, I believe Purdy had a second concussion. That's just my educated guess, but dude got concussed, came back the next game, and at the end of the game, I believe he got concussed, and we didn't hear a word about it. I don't know how Shanahan does it. I don't know what he's got on the NFL. Because there's no way that another team would have not had that looked into. He grabbed his head when he went down, and his teammate came running up to him, and come here, and he went like this, and then they picked him up, and he went off the field. Didn't even look at him. No word about it at all.
Different guys, give me three.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you later, Rock Out. We'll decide on Burrow later when we have more information. We'll have more on Burrow later. And the final super chat of the day, very fitting. Sorry for telling you how to run your show all calm. It's all right, Draven. It's okay, Draven. You're asking me why I'm not responding to every one of your requests is all I'm saying. But I still appreciate you, Draven. And you don't have to, let me tell you something, Draven. You don't have to apologize to anybody, including me or anybody watching. You don't have to apologize to anybody for being you, Draven. You are you. You can do anything. Your name's Draven, and I believe in you. But I can't, just because I don't accept every one of your marketing ideas, doesn't mean that we aren't friends. Doesn't mean that we're not going to, push the bunk beds together, play kung fu in the garage. Okay, as Denny would say. Appreciate you, Draven. Thank you for all your dedicated support, and thank you for my wonderful Adam Thielen baseball card painting that you lost, and so instead showed me a different player. I'll see you all live tomorrow when news breaks. Appreciate you. Deuces. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Please punch that thumb up button on your way out the door. We've got only 119 thumbs up, but 236 of you in here.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Ron Navy with the final super chat. He says, dropping it on screen. Ron Navy, appreciate you. To the moon, pal.
To the moon.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you who dropped even a thumb up, especially a super chat, and especially a $20+ holler. You all rock. See you all later. I saw this one. So not going to get my question answered. What was the question? Let's see here. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you. Did you drop a super chat? Oh, did I not get this one? I'm sorry, Amy. I got it right here. Amy, you still there? My bad. I'm glad I stuck around and read the comments here. All right, let's get to this one. Amy says, hi, 10-person PPR. Amy, you still here? Meant to ask who to play this week, Gibbs or Monty. I'm going to say probably, chat, what do you think, Gibbs or Monty? Gibbs or Monty? I don't know which one. Gibbs or Monty? I want to say Gibbs so badly, but is it smart to go with the guy most likely to get touchdowns? I'd say logic says to go Monty. As for this one right here, 10-person PPR pick to play 2 running backs. Can you rewrite your question? You said you didn't get your question answered. I'm a little confused here on this question. Pick to play 2. Gibbs, okay, so I'm just selecting 2 here. Gibbs, Monty, Kyron's on a bye, so it's going to be probably Barkley. I mean, you could go Gibbs and Monty, but I don't know. I guess Monty and Barkley, and maybe Gibbs in the flex. That way you're not missing out on the opportunity. But I don't know. It's so tough. Like, sitting one of those guys is a near impossible decision. And your 2 wide receivers are going to be Lamb. Higgins is obviously out. London's playing. Pickens, hard to trust, but Collins, I do think Collins and Dell will continue to rotate slightly. I think because you have a flex, right? You have 1 flex. I'm going Monty, Gibbs, Barkley. Kyron's on a bye. Lamb, and it's either Collins or Pickens, and I let the chat vote on that one. Collins, Pickens, or London. Collins, Pickens, London. Can the chat please vote on the second wide receiver? Collins, Pickens, or London? Please vote for Amy right now. Sorry if I didn't answer this properly the first time. Let's see what the chat says, and then we'll let them vote right now. Collins, Pickens, London. Vote in the chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all. And one more. Hold on. Eli dropping a quickie here. Christian Watson dropped in my league. Is he worth an ad? Absolutely, Eli. Depends on what you got to drop to get him, but I'm not giving up on him. He's been targeted in the end zone. The end zone, not the red zone. The end zone. Countless times. Almost as much as anybody in the NFL. It just hasn't worked out, and for that reason, I'm going to hold at least. Hit that thumb up button. 130 of you have. 216 of you in the building. And what's the chat voting on Amy's question here? Let's see here. We got Collins dealing with an injury. Yeah, I mean, monitor that if he's out. If he's out, Dell's going to the moon this week. London. Collins, London. If Collins, if he plays, says Eli. London for sure. Probably, Amy, I lock everything in, but we wait on Collins' injury. We wait on how he looks, and then we probably lean. I guess we lean London. For now, put London in, and let's monitor Collins. But probably London. And then T. Gray says, would you trade Kamara for Pollard and Ridley? I would take Pollard and Ridley if I needed a wide receiver very badly. But no. Yeah, if I need to look, I like Pollard enough to say that I think if you needed a wide receiver badly, that's a good move. I think Pollard's a good buy. I think Kamara's dipped in value a little bit too. We all love Kamara, and I think Kamara wins leagues at the cost of entry, but there is a world where this offense is going to be up and down, and so I don't think that's a bad move. But I think a lot of people might say Kamara, and I'm fine with Kamara. Kamara's fantastic, but I like the idea of getting Ridley if you need a wide receiver badly. If you're going to be contemplating starting Ridley week in and week out, that's not a great move then, because now you just got another dilemma on your hands and you downgraded your running back. But I do believe Pollard will bounce back, but Kamara is a tad, more than a tad, probably a lot safer. Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live whenever news breaks. I will see you all later. Deuces.